Thank you, Chris. New at 5, hunters gearing up to head out into the woods as the first deer hunting season gets underway this weekend. But it's not for any hunter. The Liberty Hunt is specifically geared toward children and those with disabilities. The DNR tells TV5's James Felton they hope these hunters bag a buck and Michigan bags more people who fall in love with the sport. James.
I spoke with the deer, elk, and moose management specialist for the Michigan Department of Natural Resources. He tells me the Liberty Hunt has been around for years.
It's a good opportunity for those hunters to get out early in the season and have an opportunity to enjoy themselves, have a safe and hopefully successful experience in one of the big Michigan traditions of deer hunting.
Brent Rudolph is talking about the Liberty Hunt. The deer, elk, and moose management specialist at the Michigan Department of Natural Resources tells me this upcoming weekend gives youth hunters and hunters with disabilities a chance to bag their buck.
They get a weekend for some firearm deer hunting opportunities in Michigan. Pretty similar to what most other experiences are used to deer hunting being all about.
Rudolph says hunters 9 years old and younger must be licensed through the Mentored Hunting Program and be accompanied by a qualified mentor. Youth 10 to 16 years old can hunt with a bow, crossbow, or firearm, regardless of license used. Rudolph tells us this is part of the DNR's effort to attract and retain hunters.
Deer hunting, is a long-standing tradition in Michigan, but here, like a lot of places, it was often tied to people who grew up and around farms, or their dad grew up and around a farm, or their grandfather or grandmother or grandparents, whatever. And, as we get further and further removed from that, it's hard to keep participation continuing in the hunting tradition.
Rudolph has seen a decline in the number of hunters statewide, but he points out that many older hunters seem to be sticking with the sport. Rudolph also tells us the drop in hunters may be skewed a bit.
Sometimes it's just a matter of folks don't buy a license as frequently as they used to, but they still stay engaged, at least at some level. So we're trying to continue to have a welcoming experience for folks, continue to keep the traditions alive, but bring new folks into the activity, and continue to have this be something that's really critical for folks in our state.
As many of you know, there was a massive ice storm that affected northern Michigan this spring. Rudolph says some of the wooded areas there are still a mess in some places, so you may want to check ahead to see if your usual deer hunting spot is good to go. Back to you.
Thank you, James. For more information on deer hunting in Michigan, go to the Monday Hot Links section on WNEM.com.